Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Yin Yoga class. My name is Tammy. Our theme for our class is self-care. This is a really great time for us because it is self-care, taking care of ourselves, mind and body. We'll begin our practice in reclined butterfly. We'll turn to face the front of our mat. So deciding what is the front of your mat. Put my pillows here, and I'm just gonna squeeze in. And then I'm turning my body so that my head is going to face the front of my mat. I'm going to use my rectangular bolster to lie on my mat, but without my bolster. You can use pillows. It would look like this. I'll just show you and then I'll come back up to seated. So you can lie on the ground without any kind of supports for your spine, or you could use pillows or a bolster. And then come into reclined butterfly. I'm going to tuck myself right up into my bolster. You can come onto the side of the body and then make your way down. And then just finding where it's good for you. Supports underneath the knees, nice firm pillows. You may place one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your belly. Close your eyes and feel the rise and fall of your chest, belly, abdomen. Our breath is a Ujjayi breath. The Ujjayi breath in Yin is not as strong as with Yang practices. It is softer. With our knees open to the sides, our hips open. Noticing your breath. Is it an even breath? We're breathing into the sides of our body. Turn inwards to yourself. Let your thoughts pass one by one. Is your pelvis starting to open up, fall open a little more? Encourage your pelvis to release with the exhale breath. Coming to the end of butterfly, slowly making our way out. You may place your hands palms down towards the ground. You can bring your knees back to the center. You can tip your knees over to one side and then slowly make your way back up. And then putting your props over to the side. And we turn to face the front. And with our legs crossed, right over the left leg into easy pose. Move the fleshy part from the bottom. Turn your palms up towards the sky. And then again, place one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your abdomen. And we breathe. We turn inwards. Your body open. Your body soften. "45 more seconds in easy pose. Slowly making your way out of easy pose, taking your hands back down. And then coming over to all fours into melting heart. So we come to all fours here. A big step forward with the right hand and a big step forward with the left hand. Draw your forearms down to the ground. Draw your heart down towards the ground. The forehead rests on your mat. And hips, pelvis above your knees. If this pose does not work for your knees, you can roll over to the side of the body and take the knees in or onto your back and arms by the side, or they can come overhead. Feel the stretch into the backs of your arms, into the spine, feeling grounded with your forehead rested. For 45 more seconds. Making your way out of melting heart, and we come down towards the ground into Sphinx. So onto the front of our body, we're prone. Your elbows are below your shoulders. Let's see if we can get my shirt back. And your forearms are down. Uncurl the toes. Pubic bone is down. Draw your navel in towards the spine and lengthen through your spine. Your shoulders are being drawn away from your ears. You tip your head. Pubic bone down, draw the navel in. Your glutes will naturally contract. You can squeeze through your quadriceps just a little bit, giving you that support for your spine. We're holding this pose for more than a minute. So if you need to come out of stillness and then come back into the pose, please do so. This is a wonderful back strengthener. – 45 more seconds. And slowly make your way out of Sphinx, and we can sit back. And we can sit back into tadpole, which would be taking your knees out to each corner of your mat, uncurling the toes, and sitting into the heels. And then draw the arms forward and let the forehead rest onto the ground. And then if this doesn't work for you, you can come up to the side of your body or your back into cradle. This is a nice counter pose from Sphinx. We open up through our pelvis, round through our back, our spine. Forty-five more seconds. And slowly making your way back up. Come back to all fours. Our next pose is open wing. And here's an option for open wing if it doesn't work for you. So I'll show you the option first. If you would have a wall or a chair or anything handy, you can bring your right arm back just to the place where it's comfortable for you. So you're sitting in easy pose, and then place your hand against the wall and then turn your body open towards me. And then the other way would be this. That's an option. So open wing, we lie on our back onto our belly, so prone. And I'll take my right arm out, shoulder down, and then I can roll over to my side. I can tuck my knees in. My arm is in front, just like this. And I'm just letting it rest in front. Finding which option will work for you. You can also do it on all fours and then draw your shoulder down to the ground. Just a little longer. And everyone slowly bring your legs back towards your mat, and then you can bring your arms in front. And then into the other side. Left arm goes out to the side, and then I can roll over, tuck my knees in, and then just placing my hand down towards the ground in front. Let your breath slow. Let your body settle. Just a little bit more time to go. And then coming out of open wing, we can bring our legs back so we're prone. Your arms come forward. And we can take a moment here. Your forehead may rest onto your hands. And then making our way back to all fours, and then into caterpillar. And here, caterpillar, our legs come straight forward. Remove the fleshy part from your bottom. We'll do a hug with caterpillar. Relax your legs down into the ground. You can bring your right arm over top of the left, and you fold forward. An option for this would be rolling up a blanket and placing it underneath of your knees too, if you find that this is a lot for the hamstrings. You could also roll up your mat and sit with your hips higher than your knees. It's funny what option will work for you. 2 more cycles of breath, breathing in and breathing out. And 1 more cycle. And slowly making your way back up. Swing the arms. If you had your mat rolled up, you may want to have it rolled for the next one too, or sitting on something a little bit higher too. Into our next pose, dragonfly. Our legs come into a V, so I'll turn so that you can see that one the other way too. And I love my bolster. So if you have pillows that you would like to use too, if you don't have a bolster, then please do so. So these pillows are really good because they're nice and firm. So just all it is a nice big firm pillow. So have your pillows and tuck them right into your groin. And when you sit up nice and tall and fold over, feel the opening through your inner thighs, and we breathe. Exhale, let your body soften, let your body release, let your body melt. Your forehead, just let your head hang or your forehead's resting onto your hands. You can even take your elbows up and let the forehead rest into the palms of the hands. If you need to readjust at any time, please do so, and then come back into stillness. We have 45 more seconds. Coming out of our fold, making our way back, and into our next pose. Come to all fours for our next pose. Swan. I will show you an option for swan, or have a pillow ready, or if you have a block ready, you need to have it for your right hip. So in all fours, step forward with the right hand, step forward with the left hand, come into downward facing dog here first. Three-legged dog, take your right leg up towards the sky, bend through the knee and turn the knee out to the right wrist. We place our pillow or a block underneath the right hip. My left toes are down right now to help square my hips. And I fold forward, let my forehead rest. Sleeping swan. So if this works for you, you can find that stillness here, adjust at any time. If it doesn't work for your knee, because that knee is being bent, putting pressure on it, you can come onto your back and cross your right ankle over top of the left knee. Wrap your hands around the left leg. Let the left leg hang. And we all close our eyes. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, letting go. You may uncurl your toes if you are in sleeping swan and let your pelvis sink a little bit deeper into the ground. This is a nice big opener for our pelvis, whether you're to the front of your body here or you're lying on your back. Breathing into all those areas of tension, tightness. Exhale, letting it go, letting your body soften. Continue to direct your inhale breath to the areas of tightness. Expand and curve back. If you're in sleeping swan, you can slowly start to make your way back up. If you're lying on your back in supine, you release right ankle. Now coming back up, you can come back into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, we take our left leg up towards the sky, bend through the knee, and then we turn our knee out to the other side. Place your pillow underneath the left hip. Now just readjust how you see fit. You could sit onto your pillow and then move your right leg or your left leg forward. If you're on your back, you're crossing your left ankle over top of the right knee. We make our way into sleeping swan. You can now fold forward and let the forehead rest. And when you're ready, you can uncurl the toes and sink a little bit deeper into the floor, into the ground, and we let go. Again, I encourage you to use your breath, your inhale breath, to breathe into all those areas of tightness. Exhale breath to help you to release. And sometimes you actually can tell yourself, or you should tell yourself too, to let go. Making that mind-body connection, let go. Feel your back widen with the inhale breath. Feel your body soften with the exhale breath. And your pelvis sinks a little bit deeper into the ground with the exhale breath. "45 more seconds. Continue to breathe, turn inwards. And now making our way out of sleeping swan. You may come back to downward facing dog or all fours. You can remain on your back, though, if you are there already. And then to all fours. And everyone is coming onto their back. Roll over to the side of her body and make her way down. Taking the knees in towards the chest for cradle. And hold here. Taking her legs up and over to the left side. A little twist. And now let our body soften, opening up a little bit more for a bigger twist. Our arms, they can come in line with our shoulders. They can be straight, or you can have your elbows bent. Turn your head the opposite way of your legs. For this reclined twist, lots going on. Is a twist into our spine, opening up through our side of our body, into our shoulder, into our chest. It may not work for this big opening into our shoulder, so of course you can tuck both of your arms in together, just onto the side here, same side as your legs. Also place a pillow underneath the right shoulder. I want you to feel comfort, softness, the earth supporting you. Bringing your head back to the center. Hold for a moment. And then taking your legs back to the center, we come back into cradle. Take the knees into the chest. Your hands can come over top or just under. Nice little compression into our intestines, into our belly. Your pelvis open. We're just letting ourselves be here. We need to squish our legs down into front of our body. Just let them fall. Them open to the sides. Let's make our way over to the other side for the reclined twist. So we take our legs up and over to the right side. our arms, they may come in line with our shoulders. They can be straight, or we can have the elbows bent. And then we turn our head the opposite way of our legs. Close your eyes. Remember, you can change this at any time by bringing your arms together here, same side as your legs. Placing a pillow underneath of the shoulder for support. Enjoying this twist into our spine. Opening that we feel through the upper part of our body. Take notice of your breath. Is it an even breath? And just like before, we come out of the twist, turning our head back to the center, and take a moment. Then bring our legs back to the center, making our way back to cradle. So tuck your knees into the chest again, and your hands may go underneath of the legs, and then let your knees come down. Pelvis opens, widens. Feel the expansion into your pelvis with your breath. And release with your exhale. Our next pose is stirrup, our happy baby. We turn our knees out to our armpits. You can hold underneath of your knees again, or you may hold your ankles or the outside edges of your feet. Or your peace fingers, wrapping them around your big toes. You can also just let the legs come down to the ground and just let them hang. And find that opening again through your inner thighs. Into the pelvis, we open. Exhale breath lets us release into the ground. If you notice any kind of pinching into the hip flexors, you come out of this pose. And you can open up through the feet wider than the hips and windshield wiper, the knees side to side. Coming out of stirrup, we bring our knees back towards the center and give ourselves a squeeze here. Then take the right foot, the left foot down to the ground. Take your feet wider than the hips, and you can windshield wiper, knees side to side. And then making our way into our final pose, Shavasana. If you need to do anything before Shavasana, please do. So you can get your blanket, put your socks on, nice and warm. You could also have legs up the wall. Or you can sit in a seated pose, meditation. What you would like to do for yourself. When you find stillness, close your eyes. Your breath softens, natural breath. Continue to give yourself time and space to take care of yourself. Your lips part, facial muscles soften. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. We notice our breath. We hear sounds around you. Observing how you feel. And wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Maybe a little shift through the body. If you're lying on your back, you can bend through the knees and take the right arm overhead and roll over to your right side to fetal. And we take a moment there. Breathe. Making our way up to a comfortable seated position. You may sit in easy pose, or you can sit on a block. Placing your hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice. Take care of yourself. And that'll be your mantra for the week. Take care of yourself. Namaste.